The only one who thinks that it is time to become, I don't know, fucking rich. Why is it so fucking hard for you? Why is it so hard to just start? I want you to imagine 3 months from now, all went according to plan and you're a much happier and wealthier with a few $1,000s in the bank. You're now scaling your business, and at the end of the year, you're going to tell your mom that she no longer has to work anymore. You've changed the course of your entire life because
something was happening with his feet. Normally, that's not a good sign. And I thought, man, there's a chance that maybe I won't see him again. But no, sure as shit. He went from 22, he got in this different groove. Had a cameraman up there. I asked a cameraman up there, I'm like, hey, I said, how did Goggins look? And he's like, well, he had his shirt off. He was saying, they don't fucking know me. They don't know me, son. And I said, who was he saying that to? And he's like, there's nobody up here.
Goggins is described as one of the toughest men on the planet.
Who's one more to carry the boats? You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're
all day like, all night like, let's get it like, let's get it like, let's get it like, all day like.
What is discipline? Discipline is when you don't feel like it, but you do it anyway. Discipline is when you are tired. You want to turn off the alarm and sleep in, but you get your ass up and do what needs to be done. So it's time to become unbeatable and conquer the world.
If you walk through life and feel like you have nothing to prove, then you're a fucking loser. You must prove yourself to other people. You must prove yourself to your bloodline. You must prove yourself to God. God hates the lazy. He can't stand them. If he gives you all these genetic dispositions and these natural God-given gifts, if you have 2 arms and 2 legs and you can think, and you're not trying your absolute best, that's the reason you're not lucky. He doesn't like you. He likes the people which show him the beauty of his own career.
I had this vision in my head of changing my Facebook picture to a picture of me just fucking ripped. And I would just do the ab machine, just literally just on it. All I was thinking about is all the girls I went to high school and college with, seeing that fucking photo in the DMs I would get. I actually saw my abs for the first time. They just started, I was in the bathroom and I did this and I'm like, I'm almost there. So while I was doing sets of decline with a 45 on my chest, I was just imagining that shit. Fucking photo. I'll never forget. I showed up to a crawfish boil. All my friends from high school were there. Bro, I popped the top on that shirt and my boys were like, what the fuck? And I was like, yep, this is exactly how I thought it would fit.
Oh, look, you're disrespectful to your parents.
Brother, your parents won't feel disrespected when you retire them, sit them in a nice little Ferrari in Monaco with the entire family gathered around the table overlooking the coast. You won't hear them bitching and complaining at that point. But what you're gonna have to go through is a season of echo chamber of negativity. You can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't be worried. Why? Because
remember, some men have been raised to be real men and respect their woman, which also means they were taught to protect them by any fucking means necessary.
Remember, people love shouting your fails, but they whisper as soon as you're winning.
There is one individual in every family who is referred to the Black Wolf. This rare soul was born with a gift. They've had this weird feeling since they were a young child. They always knew they were meant to be more in life. All they care about is becoming a better person and breaking generational curses set on their bloodline. They endure all the pain and suffering and seek little support. They help as many people as possible, expecting little to nothing in return. If you are seeing this, you are most likely the Black Wolf of your family. Why the fuck are you resting?
I can't wait until we sit down and say, I'm glad we took that risk. I'm glad we never gave a fuck about other people's opinion. I'm glad we had the courage to encounter our fears. And I'm glad we never lost our smile, even though we got hated. 2024 is in less than 6 months. It's time to focus, remove distractions, get to work. Make it your year.
You have to want it. You have to want to be better.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed?
you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Rule number 18. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do even better.
You might not get a second chance. That's probably one of the realest shit someone's ever told me. You can do anything you put your mind to. Don't fuck up, please.
What you been on? I just been working, bro. No chill time, no fun time. Just been working.
We become what we think about most of the time, and that's the strangest secret. This is why thinking is so vital. This is why a goal is so important. Because we will become that.
Majority of people are just fucking sleepwalking. They have no plan to achieve any of their goals. They don't try very hard at shit. Everything is someone else's fault. Don't worry, in a few years I'm gonna be here. How? They're not professional at life.
Listen, man. For now, put your head down and just work. Ignore the noise. Ignore the distractions. Prove to yourself that you can really do it. And then go show the rest of the world that you did.
Win, you have to outcompete the man who's prepared to do nothing but work. It's player versus player. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't want to work more than an hour a day, well, the guy who does want to work more than an hour a day is going to beat you. And no matter how smart you are, there's always a smart dude who's doing the same smart work you are for more hours than you're doing.
You know what, Tate? Yeah, I agree, but it's hard. It's hard. Of course it is. It's supposed to be. And if you're not cut out for it, then fuck off and live a normal existence and die. Sit there, letting other men enjoy the spoils of being a man, and fucking die. If that's what you want to do, is just sit there and exist and then fade into history unremembered. That's your decision.
You are so damaged. You can't accept help from anyone. Has anyone ever helped you? Is that why you are the way you are? Because you don't feel deserving of it?
I make no apologies for who I am, what I do.
Listen, man. For now, put your head down and just work. Ignore the noise. Ignore the distractions. Prove to yourself that you can really do it. And then go show the rest of the world that you did.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Out of the street, drop, to make your face.
You gotta find one person that you're just like, fuck this shit. Fuck being in the hometown. Fuck being average. Fuck our jobs. You know, you only really need one savage to like revolt with and try and get out of the shit with. Because there's days where I'm feeling like shit where he carries, or there's days where he's sick and I'm like, oh, I got you today. Like, rest, bro, rest. I got it.
Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not gonna happen. Tell me it's gonna fail. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Burnout. Burnt what? Do you want to be rich or not? Burnout. Do you want to be rich or not? You work and you sleep. Do you want money? Oh, but I might burn out. Burn out. You're not some fucking Formula One car. Your brain ain't some supercomputer. You're a geek. I'm smiling. I'm breathing. I'm alive. And there's a whole bunch of people out here in the world today who are not going to be breathing by the end of it. There's a whole bunch of people out here in the world today who are going to have those distraught days we were talking about earlier. Some shit's going to happen to them. Their family's going to be in a car crash. As long as that shit ain't happening to me, I am smiling. You cannot depress me. You can't piss on my shit.
Quit playing victim! You think you're the only one that's got a bad fucking life? When I was down, depressed, broken, who the fuck picked me up? I fucking did!
I can never be depressed if I never slow down. How does a plane fly through the air and defy gravity, speed? It's moving too fast to fall. If you're always attacking life, if you're always doing things, if you're always making more money, if you're always traveling the world doing this, doing that, new car, here, there, boom, boom, boom. You know, if you're always doing things all the time, unhappiness can't catch you.
Understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, if you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself, dude. You're cheating your family, you're cheating your employees, you're cheating your team, whatever you're a part of. It's bigger than you, man.
I'm gonna do a nice little run today, and no, I'm not thinking it's warm and 70. I like to live in reality. It sucks. It's about 7 inches of snow, and I'm extremely ecstatic right now. Pain is just a feeling. You see,
a person's character is not judged when they ride the wave of success, when everyone chants their name and you want to be their friend. No, your character is put to the test when your back is against the wall.
You gotta shut off technology. You gotta do it here. Go to that dark place. I call it the dark room. Where you're alone. No cell phones, no music, no TVs, no computers. You by yourself. Very few people want to be alone. Want to be around noise and people, and they have to. You can't think. Shut life off for a little bit. Go to a dark place in your mind and figure out what the fuck you want to be. You don't know what you want to be because.
So I go to Tate's crib, right? 5 in the morning, we go out clubbing, he brings 40 bitches. Literally. 15, 20 DOMs in, pop them. 5 in the morning. Guy goes back in, opens up his big ass computer, fucking 4 screens. Not this bullshit working on a MacBook Air. Like a lot of you motherfuckers, not unoptimized, on your mouse. Answering iMessages, doing business on iMessage, like a bunch of clowns, amateurs. No, the guy opens up fucking 10 chats. On that side, he's playing chess real time with 10 chats open at 5 in the morning, fucking looking at crypto charts, looking at the news, listening to something, fucking 5 in the morning, all people are, the dude's fucking working, bro. He's on his grind, he's on that shit 24/7. Boom, 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 boom. If you're not competing at the same level, you're gonna be left behind. Like people are like, oh yeah, top G, all this shit, bro. You have no idea what it means to be the top G, bro.
They say fat girls need love too, which may be right. Just not from us. Always remember, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
I don't live off that hope shit. I wish the water was cold. I wish them motherfucking instructors keep on fucking running. I wish the fucking rains. When the ending is unknown, and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who the fuck you are. Stay hard.
Always remember, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
I'm winning too well. I'm scared by the incompetence of these clowns. But I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to lose? Win. You have to outcompete the man who's prepared to do nothing but work. It's player versus player. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't want to work more than an hour a day, well, the guy who does want to work more than an hour a day is going to beat you. And no matter how smart you are, there's always a smart dude who's doing the same smart work you are for more hours than you're doing. Those things. I don't want to be like the people you're telling me I should be like. I want to drive Bugattis and Lamborghinis and be big and strong and be able to fight, have a bunch of money and a private jet and a yacht. I want to be Batman. I don't want to be a fucking dork.
All day long. All night night. You and one night. One night. Yeah. I read the feel like all day long. All night night. We win like. We die like. One night.
At 17, I wanted everything that was.
I dropped out of school when I was 17. I remember it was my final day. I came home and felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. And later that night, I went for a walk. And as I'm walking, I'm literally in tears. And I'm asking myself, can you actually do this? When every single adult and every single person that you are encountering in your day-to-day life is telling you you are going to be a failure. At the age of 17, it takes a very strong person to go, no, I know this is the right moment for me, and I know this is the right move for me.
I will make it. My dream will become a reality. All those people who were laughing won't be laughing anymore.
All day like, all night like, let's get it like, let's get it like, let's get it like.
Don't be weak. You have to become the strongest in your bloodline. Remember these words.
Finish. I gotta prove it. Prove what? I'm not a mistake.
Wait until we sit down and say, I'm glad we took that risk. I'm glad we never gave a fuck about other people's opinion. I'm glad we had the courage to encounter our fears. And I'm glad we never lost our smile, even though we got hated.
Fucking mindset is I will not lose. I will not fucking lose, man. That's how you gotta move in this world today. You will not lose, regardless of the circumstances. I will not lose.
Hear me. 3 to 6 months. Watch out, make me proud.
You don't chase girls on social media, play video games, and genuinely try your absolute best to improve yourself. I'm proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself too. Nobody said that journey you chose is going to be easy. Just don't give up.
People think that doing equals success or that
or
doing
progress.
Exactly. And it's super counterintuitive. When you look at rich people, dude, they'll pick up, send two text messages, not do anything, send 3 text messages, do a deal flow here and there. And why are they so far ahead? Because they know something that you don't, that it's not about hard work. It's about how you position your mind, how you think, and how you operate.
You finally start to realize that real happiness will never be found in a stress-free existence. The Stoics would have laughed at such an idea because they understood something profound.
That real happiness lies not in the absence of challenges, but in our strength to face and overcome them with tireless resilience.
They're mad because they can't figure out how you're still winning after all the dirt and lies they threw at your name.
They're partying, you're working. While they're sleeping, you're working. While they're at the cinema eating junk food, you're at home healthy, eating organic food, developing your mindset. Why? Not because you're a freak, but because you realize that in order to get to the next level, you must be willing to sacrifice the necessities and the requirements to get to the next level.
I promise you this. In 6 months, I will make you fucking proud.
Ice boulder into water.
Look at yourself. Your valuable time getting traded for these useless reels. This video is a wake-up call. Now I know this video won't stop you from watching reels, but what we can do is make sure you watch motivational content. Do it alone. Do it broke. Do it tired. Do it scared. Just do it.
Team. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do even better. I became so private with my life. I used to tell my friends everything. Now I don't tell anyone anything, and if you ask, I'm fine. I watched myself go from the happiest and most outgoing person to fighting every day to heal. So yeah, this comeback is personal.
The fuck what someone thinks of me, dude? I really don't understand the fixation that people have on earning the approval of people that don't fucking matter. I think this holds people back more than anything. They're invisible to me. Like, it's that simple.
Hey, yeah, I agree, but you know it's hard. It's hard. Of course it is. It's supposed to be. And if you're not cut out for it, then fuck off and live a normal existence and die. Sit there, letting other men enjoy the spoils of being a man, and fucking die. If that's what you want to do, is just sit there and exist and then fade into history unremembered. That's your decision.
Seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. I've never seen somebody eat right, go to the gym every day, train really hard, and not be in good shape. I've literally never seen it. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try, and you actually want it, and you're actually not making excuses, lying, talking shit, you're gonna get what you want.
One day we will sit down and say, it was hard, but we made it. Think about this for a second. They're mad because they can't figure out how you're still winning after all the dirt and lies they throw at your name.
Your fat's unfucking acceptable, period. Especially as a man. You don't get the privilege of selling feet fucking pictures and being on OnlyFans, or having someone take care of you. Like I always say, men live in a fact-based reality, which means performance is on you. I can't tell you how many girls I've met that are potheads, live with their parents, don't do shit, but they've met Future, they've met Drake, they've been invited to yacht parties, they've been invited to mansion parties, they've rubbed elbows with top 1% men based off the way they look. I could be the biggest Chad. Rihanna is never gonna invite me backstage.
It's not always about winning and losing as a man. As a man, sometimes life is about simply fighting anyway, standing up and doing what you're supposed to do, even if you know there is no chance of victory. That's what true manhood is. It's easy to be brave when you have hope. When you have no hope at all, that's where true bravery is shown.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling.
Man, for now, put your head down and just work. Ignore the noise. Ignore the distractions. Prove to yourself that you can really do it. And then go show the rest of the world that you did.
Success is 1% dreaming and 99% doing. You build your future. It's not handed to you.
Wake up and go, I want to be happy today. No, sir. I wake up and say, okay, things must be done. And those things will be completed regardless of how I feel. Regardless of how I feel. What else am I going to do? Sit there and be sad?
Kids now, and like when I was a kid, they took all the heroes away from the kids. There's no Rambo. There's no G.I. Joes. So what do you have? You got Top G. He's got the hearts of young men. And in the real world, I post 3 to 5 stories every day of some kid that's not even out of freaking high school yet, making 10 grand, sometimes 20 grand in a month.
10K. $160,000.
The difference between college and joining the real world is the guy that's teaching you in the real world is actually making a bunch of money doing it right now.